on an energetic level. So we're figuring out how to navigate these energies. How do we work with these energies? What do we do with them? Because if we just allow these energies to take over, then we can't function. I think that's a lot of things that people are dealing with right now is how do we function with all these energies? How do we function with the anxiety? How do we function with the anger, with the sadness, with all these things? So we have to find that place. How do we find our balance again? So there's a few ways. We're going to talk about a few tools to find that balance again. And the first one, which is really the most important, is finding that ground again, because as I said, the ground got ripped out. You know, when there's a tree that has no roots, or the roots aren't strong, it's going to fall over. If there's a lot of wind blowing, we're going to get pushed around. So right now, it's kind of these energies are being pushed around from one energy to another, from feeling that frustration to the anger to the sadness, and it becomes very overwhelming. So we have to come back to our center, back to our ground, back to our roots. Yeah, to find that ground again, to find that root again through the breath, through even just a few moments a day, just before you start your day, to find your ground. Okay, how do we find our ground? What is our ground? So I'm going to talk a little bit about the root chakra. I work a lot with the chakra system. So our root chakra is our first chakra, okay? And this is the most important chakra that we're working with right now. Our root chakra is our safety, is our ground, is that feeling that we are supported. So it's safety, support, and roots, like deep roots. So where we are right now, there's a lot of stuff going on the mind, which is up here. Okay, so there's a lot of thoughts going on, a lot of mind going on. So we have to bring our energy, refocus our energy back down, back into our root, back into that earth. And let's just take a moment here. We're going to do a nice balancing meditation, but just to give you a, kind of just to start the process really, and something which you can do every day, like as soon as you get up in the morning, is to take a breath and just breathe into the base of your spine. You can even envision a beautiful red ball at the base of your spine. This is the energy of your root chakra, okay? So we have these energy centers through the body, and each energy center is connected to a different part of our existence, our world. So the one that we're really going to work on today is the root. We're also going to work on the heart, which is balance, but we're going to start in the root. Okay, so imagining with your eyes closed this beautiful ball of red light, energy vortex at the base of your spine. And just imagine breathing into this root, breathing into this energy ball. And then you can envision like roots, like tree roots flowing down from your base of the spine, deep into the earth. And breathing. So you can use this anytime that anxiety comes up, anytime that fear comes up, any of these emotions that are coming up. The next thing to do is really take a breath, okay? Take a breath, breathe down again. We want to move from here in the mind, okay? There's what's going on now, there's a lot of collective consciousness, a lot of collective energy, right? And we're affected by all of it, okay? Our energies are affected by all these energies. And especially if we're sensitive, and especially if we feel everything, it's hard to know how to manage it all. So again, moving from the mind, take a breath and just imagine your mind, all those voices are dropping down into the root at the base of your spine, and breathing and releasing, letting all your breath out, letting all these energies move out. So that's one of the first tools. Okay, so first of all, taking the breath, dropping down your root, finding your roots again. Okay, finding your ground again. Okay, when you start to feel that wobbly energy, you start to feel becoming overwhelmed, drop into your root. Now, there are a lot of feelings going on, there are a lot of emotions going on. So it's also, how do we navigate all the emotions? And it's finding the balance with all these emotions. It's really important to feel the emotions, not to avoid them, not to kind of push them away. And at the same time, it's not to get so overwhelmed by the emotions that we kind of get into this deep hole. I know it's very easy right now. A lot of people are getting into, a very deep hole of the emotions. But it's like, how do we find the balance with emotions? How do we give ourselves space to feel the emotions? Okay. And then take a breath, and then, okay, and move and start to continue, because we have to continue with life. We have to move. We can't, we can collapse, but it's not going to be helpful really for anybody. So finding that balance with emotions, finding that place where I can feel the emotions, giving yourself time, giving yourself space to feel it all. And it's really that. It's like, am I giving myself the space to feel it? Okay, so even taking some time out in the days when those emotions come up, just to take a minute to sit with them instead of just moving on and kind of trying to carry on with the days. Take 5 minutes, just go, okay, I'm going to feel the emotions right now. I'm going to allow the energy to come up. I'm going to allow the sadness. I'm going to allow the anger, allow it to move up through the body, feel it, and then release, letting it go. So finding the balance in the emotions. Another tool is refocusing. Sometimes it's just refocusing our energy. It's obviously we're seeing a lot. There's a lot on the news, a lot of social media, a lot of those energies. Now, it's also very important to balance those energies. Yes, you want to know what's going on. Yes, we want the information, but are you sucked into it completely that there's no space around it? So also finding balance with that, finding balance with what you're taking in, with what you're being fed. Okay. So remembering to take time out from these energies to check in, to watch what's going on, but find out where you're going out of balance there too. And this is kind of really about separating it a little bit. Sometimes we do have to kind of pull out and separate from those energies. And this is all for our highest good, and also for the highest good of all. Because we all need to kind of hold some space, and sometimes we need to hold space for others and they need to hold space for us. So finding that balance, where can we find that balance with everything that we're being fed, everything we're seeing, everything we're taking in? So really thinking about and tuning into, what am I taking into my body? Where's my limit? Have I been on social media for an hour? Am I watching the news for 2 hours? Like, it's okay, you got to take a break. You've got to separate, right? Separate these energies, because once these energies are completely in our bodies, it's very hard to get them out. Okay. We're energetic beings. So we're really like soaking things in from every angle. And we were in a very small country. So we really soaked in all of these energies. So how do we separate ourselves? And sometimes we need to pull ourselves out. Okay. Be the observer, take a breath, get grounded. Okay. And also, the last thing I want to bring up before we go into the meditation is the inner child, right? There's a lot of triggers right now. There's a lot of what's happening also is our own personal triggers are coming up. We actually have the full moon tomorrow, so this is a really perfect time to release some of the old energies. So everyone is affected differently, and that's also part of it. Each one of you has got your own, let's say, your own trigger, your own perspective on it. Every one of us is coming from a different perspective, from our experience, from our traumas, from our triggers. So it's really important to honor those, honor your own personal experience, honor your own triggers, and we can work with the inner child a little bit on those. Just honoring your child, honoring however you are responding to what is going on, to take a moment to say, it's okay, I understand that you're afraid, I understand that you're angry right now, just to really connect with that inner child, that version of you that does feel all those fears and anxiety and overwhelm. So again, just to go over just some basic tools. So the grounding, the most important thing is to check in. I'm just going to check this chat quickly. Okay. So just to to ground, to connect into the earth, take that breath in the morning, to ground yourself as you start your day, and also at the end of the day, also to ground yourself at the end of the day. Use the breath when the anxiety, the overwhelm come up, any of those energies, to breathe. Yeah. To take time out for yourself to feel the emotions, to honor what you're experiencing. Give yourself special space for that so it doesn't kind of seep into your whole day, your whole experience. Like to pull yourself away, to take some separation, some time out from social media, time out from the news, time out from all the energies that you're receiving, that you're kind of taking in right now. Just know it's okay to separate. It's okay to take care of yourself. It's okay to take some space from everything that's going on. And then connecting to the inner child, honoring your inner child, honoring that child within that has all these emotions, that has all these feelings, and really honoring that inner child. So these are tools to really balance all these energies. That's what's going on. Is how do we balance? How do we balance? A good question just to ask, am I out of balance right now? Because we can feel when we're out of balance. Just to start being aware of that balance and noticing it when we are. So yeah, so just checking in, any questions before we go into the meditation, any thoughts, anything anybody wants to share? Feel free to write it in the message or to just jump on the camera and share. Okay. All right, so we'll go into the meditation. And the meditation, I'm just going to very guide you very gently through the space. So if the mind's coming in, just take a breath, just relax, just imagine this is a space for yourself the next 15 minutes, just to be with you, just to give space to all that we've said, to ground, to feel the emotions, to relax the body, and to take this time for yourselves. Okay, so taking some breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. You might be finding yourself right now that you're not really breathing. You're not really allowing that breath in. Very important. It's probably one of the most important things that we need to do right now is to breathe. So breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And let's drop into our feet and our toes. And breathe and release. Breathing into our ankles and our calves and our knees. Breathing and releasing. Moving up to our hips. And just feeling the weight of your body on the chair. Just allowing yourself to drop into the chair. Breathe and release. And each time you breathe out, each time you release, just really release the energies. We're letting go here. Releasing anything that's stuck, anything we've been holding on to. Really release, really let the breath out. Breathing and releasing. Moving up into the stomach. Breathing and releasing. Moving up into the chest. And breathing and releasing. Deep breath in. Let's fill the lungs with some air. And release. Some sounds are good too. Releasing the breath, releasing sounds, some good ahs. If you're at home, you can really let these ahs out. This is getting some movement out, getting some sounds out. Also very helpful. And relaxing the shoulders. Imagine your shoulders dropping all the way down to the hands. And just placing your palms up for a moment and feeling the palms of your hands. Maybe you feel the slight throbbing in the palms and the fingers. Just bring your awareness to the palms, awareness to the fingers. Good. Relaxing the neck and the throat and the jaw. So maybe opening the mouth slightly, or giving the mouth a good old stretch, the jaw. We put a lot of tension in our jaw. Relaxing the cheeks, relaxing the eyes, the ears, the nose and the mouth, all the way to the crown of the head. And taking a breath into the crown at the tip of your head, the top of the head, taking a breath. And release. We're going to move back down to the heart center. And we started with Maya in the heart, and this is really, the heart chakra is our balance point. Our heart center is our energetic balance point between the upper realms, the upper energies and the lower energies. The upper ones are connected to our intuition, our vision, our imagination, our connection with spirit, with that higher vibrational energy. And our lower chakras are connected to the earth and safety and action, movement and flow, passion. So the heart center is our balance point between those. It's our balance point between the mind and the earth. So we're just going to take these first moments here to breathe into our heart center. And you can imagine here a beautiful ball of emerald green and pink light. Like we did with the root chakra before, just breathing in and out of this heart center, of this balance point. Coming back into balance. Coming back to the heart. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Focusing on your heart center. Focusing on balance. In through the nose and out through the mouth. We're going to draw the breath down now. If we move down to the center of our stomach area, this is our solar plexus chakra, and we're just going to breathe in there in the center of your stomach between the chest and your belly button. And again here, just envisioning beautiful gold and yellow ball. Breathing in here, breathing in and out, reconnecting into our power center, reconnecting into ourselves. This is our identity. This is our I am. So connecting back to self, back to your center, really. That's this spot. It's coming back to center, right in the center of your stomach. So breathing in and out, coming back to center. You can even say in your mind, I'm coming back to my center, coming back to balance. Moving down to our second chakra below our belly button. This is our sacral. This is our emotional center. You can imagine a beautiful pink and orange energy ball here. And coming back into balance with our emotions. Finding that balance. Maybe if you need to pull yourself out of some of the stuff, some of the energy right now, it's coming back into balance. Maybe if you're shutting yourself off from some of the feelings, allowing them to come too. So finding that balance, breathing and releasing. And again, back down into the root, into the base of your spine, and imagining beautiful tree roots flowing down from the base of your spine into your earth, grounding. Good. Now just imagining yourselves in a beautiful place in nature, somewhere where you feel safe. Maybe it's somewhere you've been, or maybe it's somewhere you just have in your imagination. Either is fine, just the first place you see, the first place that comes to your imagination. And in this space in nature, just imagining beautiful trees around you, the earth beneath you, and the sun above you. This beautiful sun is shining down, and it's shining down through the crown of your head. It's beautiful golden light. And just imagining yourself receiving this golden light through your crown, through the top of your head, and flowing down through the body. And receiving this golden light, it's calming, it's warm, it's gentle, it's loving. Moving this beautiful golden light down. This golden light now is flowing down back into the heart center and receiving this golden light into this heart, into your heart. This beautiful sun, this beautiful golden energy. Breathing and releasing. And the golden light moving down all the way down, back down, through your power center, through your emotional center, and back down into the earth, grounding that golden light into the earth. And focusing back down on the roots, and those roots that we put down from the base of your spine into the earth. And those roots are connecting now with the roots of the trees that are surrounding you. These beautiful trees are helping you ground, helping you come back to your root. Continuing to breathe and release. And whatever you want to release right now, whether what's coming to you, anything you want to really let go of right now, take a nice deep breath in and release, giving it back to the earth. We have the beautiful Mother Earth here helping us, supporting us, and just giving us the space to breathe and release, letting go of any energies that you're holding on to. Even if you don't know what they are, it doesn't matter. Just breathing and releasing. The earth is taking them. Breathing and releasing. And we're just going to take the last couple of minutes of this meditation just in silence. Just to be with you, be with the earth, be with the sun, be with the trees. Breathing and releasing, letting go. Great. And taking one nice deep breath in now. And release. As we gently start to come back, feeling your feet and your toes, your ankles, your calves and your knees, your thighs and your hips, feeling the weight of your body on the chair, the floor. Feeling your stomach, your chest, your shoulders, your arms and hands, wiggling the fingers, your neck and your shoulders, your jaw, your eyes, your ears, your nose and your mouth, all the way to the crown of the head. Taking a breath into the crown and release. Moving back down to the heart center and just taking a moment in the heart, placing your hands over your heart, over this balance point. Remembering to come back here when you feel you're off balance, you're being knocked over or moved around, just coming back to your balance, back to your breath, back to your heart. Deep breath in here. And then back down to the root at the base of your spine, grounding yourself back into your space, back into your day, back into your week. Yeah, this is perfect. This is the beginning of the week, so great to take this with you into your week. And take a final deep breath into your root. And release, letting go. Opening your eyes and coming back into the room. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Any questions before